attention right away. Now, in addition to that, we've also been, we're going to get into the details of this, as they're saying that this would be coast to coast, west to east. Every single resident in the United States would be blacked out for 18 months, and they're saying it's actually shockingly simple to achieve. They believe that 12-year-olds with access to the internet could do it because we are operating on archaic systems that need immediate attention right away. Now, in addition to that, we've also been receiving attacks against our water systems, the cyber attacks on the U.S. water sector, and the Iran question. Escalation or opportunism? Now, we're actually hearing new states have come out and announced that they are some of the ones that have been hit. And we're going to be taking a look at that in detail so you can see more of the states that have made the announcements as we are mapping Iranian cyber attacks on U.S. water systems. Now, from my understanding, we have not specifically been able to confirm that it is Iran, but they're saying this has all the makings of the cyber avenger Iranian cyber attackers that have hit U.S. systems in the past. We're going to get into the details.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 10, verse 21. And the Lord, Yahweh Shai, spake unto Moses, stretch out thy hand towards heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt. And Moses stretched forth his hand towards heaven, and there was a thick darkness in all the land of Egypt 3 days. They saw not one another, neither rose from his place 3 days. For 3 days. But all the children of Israel had light in their dwellings. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Heavenly Father, Almighty God and Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone for teaching us His truth according to the Bible and who rule well. And thus, Shalom, not sincere argument throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing His truth through diligence and sincerity and in charity, and thus, Shalom. To all you sincere followers, believers of Yahweh Bashmel Shai, not just hearers of the word, but doers as well, you men, women, and children, and hopefully elect Shalom. As you saw from that video, Indiana is not going to be the only state. All right? The Lord said, and the reason why I brought that out first is because it was going to go into the main precept in 2nd Ezra 15, I believe it is. Let's see, yep. This is 2nd Ezra 15, verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and the punishment that God, right, Yahweh shall bring upon it. And, Egypt, as we all know, was plagued with darkness. I believe that was the 9th plague, I believe it was. 3 days. Okay, but the children of Israel had light. And that should be a faith booster in these times, because when the lights do go out in America, they're going to go out. The power grid, they keep telling you these things are going to happen. And we're telling you. Okay? But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? That's the importance of seeking Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, seeking the Lord, man. Okay? All of Israel is not going to be protected during these times. But the Lord said He would smite Egypt. Modern day Egypt is America, spiritually. Whether you want to believe it or not. Okay? It's getting ready to go down, man. From coast to coast. Purge-like activities are going to happen, man. But yet, Jake is out here shucking and driving. Moving and grooving. Like nothing's happening in the earth, man. Because the Lord got something for you. See, these people, let me turn this off. These people, right, are so used to what? Having lights with the flip of a switch, running water, being able to flush a toilet. But when that power grid goes down, all those luxuries go down as well. It's going back to the Stone Ages, man. And that's going to lead into what? A domino effect of prophecy. And we're just going to jump down. 2 Kings 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight. Right? There ain't going to be no arm wrestling either. It's going to be full out fighting. Fighting against one another, and swords in their hands. Modern day sword is the gun. But there's all types of weaponry that people are going to be using as well. Whatever they can use. They can inflict pain on another person. These people are about to get real demonic. These demons in our own people are about to really manifest themselves, man. It says, and swords in their hand, because going back to Matthew 24th chapter, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Okay, they're going to lose it. They're going to lose it, man. Psycho. And if you don't have your how about shot on your side, man, you through, you finished. The creator of heavens and earth is not on your side, man. You're done. You're done. And there's nothing you can do about it. You know, I like to say, you just better hope and pray that it's quick. You know, it's a mercy judgment. You know, the Lord doesn't do you in nice and slow. You know, but I hope the Lord don't do you in nice and slow, because that's torturous. But anyways, verse 16, for there should be sedition among men. And that's happening now, right? Through, you know, certain groups rising up, even some politicians, right? Using speech to cause people to go against the authorities. It says, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings, nor princes, and the course of action shall stand in their power. So they're not going to care. They're not going to care what their local mayors, the president, the mayors, governors, police chiefs, fire captains, they're not going to care what they have to say. Because it's going to be a total collapse once that grid go down. It's going to be a total collapse. And they're talking about from West Coast to East Coast. America's going to go fully defenseless. Everything is ran off what? The grid. Power grid. And it's going to give people an opportunity, right, to be lawless, to be wicked. Times 10. And you think these people going to be patrolling, trying to keep the order? No, man. People going to be trying to protect their loved ones 24/7. You're going to see mobs of gangs, right? I hope they don't come this way. I hope they don't come this way. I hope they don't come this way. And once again, if the Lord's not with you, matter of fact, let's get a quick precept. Because our people ain't fearing the Lord. What's that? It's about fearing the Lord, man. There's a Psalms 34, and I started 6, the point I want is in 7. This poor man cried, and the Lord heard him and saved him out of all his troubles. See, that poor man is crying right now. That poor woman is crying right now. And they're repenting, turning back to the Heavenly Father. And the Lord's going to deliver us, Lord willing, part of that number in the times of trouble. Verse 7, the angel of the Lord encampeth around about them that fear him and delivereth them. And if you don't know how to fear the Lord, you're finished. You know, the Lord gave straight command. What did he say in Deuteronomy 10? O Israel, what doeth the Lord thy God require of thee? But to fear thee, that's the first thing. Verse 8, O taste and see, the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. O fear the Lord, Yahweh Shah, ye his saints, for there is no want to them that fear him. So there's not going to be any want, man. Well taken care of. So we're about to end this off. 2nd Ezra 15 and 17. It says, a man shall have, where we at? Yeah, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, like you see in Gary. Was it Gary, Indiana? All right. They desire to go in the city, but they can't. Why? Many reasons. You know, Jake is living paycheck to paycheck. If there's no power, you ain't going to work. If you ain't going to work, you're not getting a paycheck. If you're not getting a paycheck, you can't go nowhere. You don't have no money. You can't go to the next city over that got power and get a hotel for a week. You see what I'm saying? So these people out here, they're stuck. Verse 18 says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And a lot of men are afraid. How much more the females? Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And that's what this domino effect of no power, all right, the power grid being down is gonna do. It's gonna make people even more evil towards their neighbors because of the lack of bread. They're not gonna be able to go to Popeyes and KFC and get that cracked chicken. Okay? They're gonna be breaking into your homes, into your cupboards. You've been warned, Israel. And the prophets ain't gonna be speaking too much longer, man. Shalom.
Shalom. Call Halal Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah.